Hey everyone, how's it going? Hey, got another CNC project we're going to be doing today. I know I've done a couple of those recently, but I can't help it. They're just so fun to do and so cool to do. The project we're working on today, I've already made one prototype, but what we're working on today is this box right here, which is actually a design made by Vectric, which they make the software that I use. They call it the Paradise Box. So this box is entirely cut on the CNC machine, all the parts here. This isn't glued together. This is actually all the parts fit together, so everything has some nice intricate carvings on them, whatnot. You can see everything. Actually, it'll eventually be hinged at the back, and all the parts actually pop together like that. It'll eventually be glued, finished, all that stuff. So this was a prototype that I did. A few things I didn't like on it, so I kind of made some adjustments, whatnot. I got my new files done up right here, everything saved. We're gonna head out to the CNC machine here in a second, and we're gonna get it going. So got all my files right here, got some coffee, good to go, beautiful day. Let's go cut some wood. All right, we got all our pieces cut and popped out of their actual, the boards that they were cut from. This run right here I did in poplar, which is a really soft wood, so there's a couple little problem areas here. Not super concerned with this because it's a prototype, so a little bit of chip out here. But as you can see, a lot of these parts right here have a lot of burrs and they need a lot of cleanup here. So I'm gonna get to sanding these down real quick, give these a once over and check the fit, and I'll get right back to you here in just a moment. All right, spent the last little while sanding the edges, getting all the burrs off of everything. All the parts still need a final finish sanding because there's still a little bit of rust stuff here, but as you can see right here, the parts kind of fit together fairly decent so far. Back here, I still got to chisel out the corners for the hinge mortise, or rabbet, whatever you want to call it, to get that square so the hinges fit in there. And I'll show that later. But so far everything fits together real nicely, you know, a pretty decent fit. Some of the parts actually stick in there really well. But like I said, this is a prototype. I'll actually cut some of these out of some hardwood here in the near future, but I think I'm at a solution that I kind of like right now, so I'm going to go ahead and move forward with this. I'm going to go ahead and throw some finish on this, finish sanding it, glue it up, and put it together, see what it looks like finished. Hey everybody, so we're back after finishing these two boxes. I'm kind of upset. The memory card I used to film the actual finishing steps for these boxes seems to have walked off, and I'm sure I'm probably going to find it sometime after I do this video. That's just how it always works. But anyways, these two boxes, for being out of very inexpensive woods, turned out actually really nice. The one I actually machined in the video was out of pine. The one prior to that was out of poplar. The pine one, because pine is such a soft wood, is very vulnerable to chip out and breakage, stuff like that. Plus it warps a little bit. But considering that this was just made out of very, very inexpensive pine, the actual design still turned out very nice. So, see in the light right there. But being such a light color, it doesn't really show the depth in the carves that well. But also pine is very susceptible to warping also. So you can kind of see that right there where the lid is. But anyways, the other one that was done out of poplar, a little bit darker in color, which I like. If you go middle of the road, carvings tend to stand out quite a bit more, get a little bit more depth out of them. So you can kind of see that right there. Probably not the best lighting to be showing the depth of the carves. But definitely the fitment on this one is a lot better because nothing really warped out of place or anything like that. Everything stayed relatively flat. In the finishing steps that I lost the memory card for, all I really did was sand this stuff down from every part from 120 up to 320 grit sandpaper. And then I just sprayed a shellac finish on there. So I like it. It's a natural color, just highlights the wood tone and doesn't really add any unusual color or anything, especially on softwood. Staining on softwoods usually causes a lot of problem, a lot of blotching and whatnot. So I really like the design of these box, and considering that it was entirely cut on the CNC machine is pretty cool. You know, it might be the lazy way of doing it, but it's still kind of fun watching everything and seeing how all the parts come together. On these boxes, I installed some hinges, just regular hinges and the mortises, and then added a couple chains here to support the lids right here. As far as hinge installs goes, what I recommend to a lot of people is there's a real easy way to do it. It's always frustrating. You attach your hinges to your box, and then trying to get the lid aligned to the hinges where you actually need to attach them so that it closes without hitting sides or is aligned properly, is put the hinges attached to your base and then close them, and then put a piece of double-sided tape or use a hot glue gun, put a little dab on the top of the leaf with it closed, then set your lid on the box. So when you open it again, your hinges are temporarily attached in the correct location and you can mark your holes. Then it's relatively easy to pop off of there and then finally attach the hinges. So anyways, like I said, I like how these turned out. I like the design of these boxes. I'm probably going to try to do a couple of these out of a nice hardwood, maybe cherry, or I'd like to do walnut, but I'm not sure how well the design's going to represent in a very dark wood like walnut, but we might give it a go. I also might try to take this layout of the box and change the carvings in here to do some navy type murals or whatnot. So I'm sure I'll probably post something up like that in the near future. But anyways, if you like the project, give it a thumbs up. If not, tell me what you'd like to see differently. I'll give it a go. And until next time, catch you later.